tools, and actually it even says toolbox on it. But I want to show you something here. This is a diesel heater. You're all familiar with diesel heaters, but this, I've never had a heater before. It's quiet. It performs excellent. I'm quite surprised at it, to be honest with you. I didn't know a whole lot about diesel heaters. I just know it gets cold. It's nice to have something. And I got a tent that can actually support it because it has the ports for it. So I bought up this Sunster, and I think I got it on, I don't want to advertise for Amazon. You probably get it elsewhere too, but Amazon had this. And it's all self-contained. You don't have to take, typically what you do is you have the ones that, the tank actually sits on the outside. It's all inside. You just put your diesel in there, you're good to go. On the front here, you have a little gauge to tell you where you're at. Last night we had it on the setting of, I think there's 7-8 settings. We had it at 1 or 2, and it lasts a quarter of the tank, so the whole night long. And what's great about this thing too is I've done a lot of research on YouTube, like most people do, trying to figure out the right one, the most quietest one. This is quiet because people are fighting against the tick 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 sound. I don't know if you're familiar with what that is, but the fuel pump. They put cheap fuel pumps in these things and they make a lot of noise. You do not hear this go tick tick at all. I mean, it's so quiet. And I'm not supporting or sponsoring this product, Sunster, but I will say this. I did research on these guys, and they actually manufacture most of the parts in-house. They build it and prepare it and push it out all in the same factory. It's almost like Chinese, but it's super quiet. I'm really impressed with it. Puts out great heat. You do have a little remote that goes with it. Little remote that goes with it. You can operate it up and down, turn it off while you're in the tent. It does have an application too that you can download an app for it. So you control the app to Bluetooth. But it's a super great thing. There's one thing I do not like about it, and it's right here. This is too short. It's real short. It's very hard to get a hose on that thing to stay. And yeah, it's a little bit cumbersome, but you can do it with a clamp and keep it on. But I wish there was more length on that so you can get a good grip on it. But that's about the only complaint I could say to it.
Do you want to talk about last night when we turned it off, though? What happened?
I will say, yeah, we got to experiment. Now, it was windy last night.
Really, very windy.
It was windy. There was something to be concerned with, and I need to do some more research. Again, this is the first time I used it. I turned it off. It has to go through a process to turn off. You know, it takes a little while to turn off. But once you push the button, turn off. What happened is we got a backflow of diesel
in our tent.
In the tent. So I don't know what that was from. I don't know if the turbine stopped and therefore the wind was blowing it back up through. I don't know.
It was disgusting.
Yeah, it was disgusting. So we'll experiment with that some more. But that was the only thing that I see problems with this at this point, if it's even inherent with this. But it was bad on that point. It didn't last long, but it was enough to open the vents.
It definitely kept me warm all night on setting 2. We actually had to turn. That's why we had to turn it off. It got too warm in the tent.
Yes, it did. Take it.
But definitely incredible.
Yeah, I got nothing really bad to say about it. Again, people spend a lot of time trying to quiet down the fuel pumps, putting all kinds of fancy ways of doing it. You don't need to do this with this. You don't. It's super. It's not that expensive.
No noise, and even the noise, the little bit of sound you hear, just the air coming out of the tube, sounds more like a quiet white noise or like a fan noise.
Yeah, it's a fan. I mean, it's exhaust, and that's typical. I mean,
yeah, but it was very soothing. It was like a white noise. It was very nice.
The exhaust is on the bottom here, which is good. You just got to be cautious that you don't have it on anything flammable because it will get hot.
So we had it stacked on 2 bricks last night.
2 bricks to get it off the ground a little bit, about that much, just to be smart. Other than that, to these guys, well done.